Okay. We big rocks today. Okay. All right. I see what's good. All right.
I got my favorite pants on today, so.
Oh, those are your favorite pants?
Yeah, these are my favorite pants.
All right. I'm here for it. Hey y'all, and welcome back to the Hey Coworker Podcast, home of your favorite not safe for work coworkers. I am RJ, the friend of the neighborhood Dom, and this is
Raquel,
aka
Big Rocks,
not the little one,
never the little one.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers, home of you, the best coworkers in the world. Thank y'all for being here when you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be right here, liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps, and we greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for being here. How are you, friend?
You know what? Things are good.
Good.
Yeah. I am back in the swing of the gym, and I stopped taking my creatine.
Okay.
Because, well, one, I kind of stopped going to the gym as consistently, so I wasn't taking the creatine as consistently either. But since I've been going back to the gym and not taking the creatine, I am in pain. And I know that that's not something to smile about normally, but I need to feel it. And I was just telling Beth this morning that, like, one of the best feelings is if you go to the gym and target a specific area and then you feel pain in that area.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
I
was doing the right thing. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. So, like, the back of my legs are burning this morning just because I went to the gym yesterday. And that was my focus. So, but I think I'm going to start taking the creatine again because I did feel stronger when I was taking it. So.
You will. Because it hydrates your muscles. So like you get used to having like 1 or 2 extra reps in the tank from what I've heard. And then like you get off of it and that kind of goes away.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I remember when I had, but the thing of it is now with the creatine, what you have to do is force yourself to push even those like past those and go even harder to get to the extra, like, what's in it, which means sometimes increasing your rep range or increasing the weight like very frequently. But
that's what I was having to do when I was taking it regularly. Yeah. Because I think before I started taking it, I was doing maybe like 170, 180 on the leg press. And then maybe like 2 weeks into me taking it, I was doing like 210. And I just gradually going up to like 210. I think that was the highest I did. Now, I did, on my third set yesterday in the gym, I did 6 reps at 200. So we're getting there.
That's this is the thing. When I see women move big weight in the gym, I'm so excited.
There was this video that somebody sent me because I always say every day is leg day because it's literally the only thing I do in the gym. It was a video of this dude, and the caption on the screen says, working out after girls. Have you seen it?
Yes.
He like gets to all of the arm machines. He's literally like pushing it with his fingers. There's no weight. He gets to the legs. He can like barely move it.
Bro, I never want that to be the case. I do legs, dog.
Yeah.
I try really, really, but there was a time. As a matter of fact, I remember I saw this girl, this tiny little thing. It was a leg press. And I saw her have like 6 plates on each side. And she's this tiny little thing. And I'm just looking at her go. I'm there with little one. Little one is standing right next to me, and I'm looking at this girl like, nah, good shit, big dog. Good like there's like, I'm like, bro, that's some shit that I would do. Like, no, she is moving weight.
Yeah, I have no concept of what's heavy and what's not. I have no concept of what's heavy and what's not. Like, Vet sent me a video that he made that he posted on TikTok. And he was like bench pressing, I think. It was like 300 and something pounds. I'm like, is that a lot? Because I have no concept of weight.
370 pounds is so
300 and something. I don't know what it was. 300.
So
and something.
The most I've ever bench pressed is 365. 375 is a lot of weight. Most people can't bench press. So my goal by the end of the year was to be able to bench 405 and to squat 500. Well, I wanted to be able to do 405 for squat as like my working set is 405. Like, so I can consistently work at 405, which I'm getting there. I'm nearly there. But for my bench press, like I'm trying to get to a working set of 315. So like I can consistently go and just do 315. Most people can't bench press 2 plates.
And don't tell
That's
me.
225.
I wanted to do the math.
Sorry. You wanted to prove your gym ratness?
No, I wanted to prove that I'll be listening to Vet when he talk.
Oh, okay.
We definitely had this conversation before.
Fair. So yeah, like, yeah, no, I'm like, that's a lot of weight that he's moving. So whenever I see, and the way I think about it is this, right? The bar itself is 45 pounds, 1 plate on each side, 135. Most women weigh, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna back up
because that was
about to be it was about to be
very wild statement. Whatever was
I don't know where I was going, but I'm glad
that you have the wherewithal.
I said
no way I can end this.
Yeah, there's no.
I cannot land.
I was like, because I don't even know, and I was like, and I'm about to make up a statistic that I don't. I was like, you're just gonna guess at some shit, and this is how people go viral for the wrong reason. Let's not do that. Let's show that we are using our podcast equipment. That it was expensive for a reason. We don't want people to tell us
to throw away.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Stop buying microphones.
Yes,
but I would like to say that this is what this is a prime example of what it's supposed to be. No one is asking you to be perfect. No one is asking anybody to never have a wrong thought, to never say anything wrong. What we're asking you is to slow the fuck down and think before you speak and catch yourself. It happens. Like you meant no harm. We're talking about something. You're about to make an example, and then you realize what I'm about to say is not only untrue
and makes
but it's
no
hurtful.
Sense. Yes, let me not do this.
And you pivoted.
I said,
Instead of just being prideful and doubling down or finishing it anyway, like, no, like sometimes you think things and you don't, like you have the thought and you start talking before you finish it. No one's asking you not to do that. Like, it's human. You can.
So, okay. So the way I'll say it like this then, which is a far better way of me saying this.
After he's had time to think.
Yes. Because I slowed the fuck down. Yo. So the best way to think about it is think about how much you weigh and then like think about how much that is in perspective to how much they weigh as well. So like I weigh 225. So for me, I can bench press 225. A lot of people can't bench press 225, but a lot of people don't weigh 225 either. So if someone who is smaller than me, like if a guy who is, let's say he weighs 180 and he is bench pressing 225, it's more impressive than me doing it at 225. Him being able, so like when you see a woman who is way smaller than you, who is moving the same amount of weight that you move, it's like, yo, like when I follow a lot, and I follow a lot of these freaks online. Maybe, yo, I'll be like, y'all be like, this is crazy. And I mean freak in like the best, most affectionate muscle mommy way I can possibly mean it. Because the shit is inspirational. Because I'd be like, I'm not going hard enough. I am not doing nearly enough. Thank you for reminding me that I am in fact a bitch. Like that's why I follow them.
Well, I'm looking like I'm in the gym. A lot of people are in the gym for different reasons.
Yeah.
I'm in the gym because I want a fat ass. That's it. There is no other reason. It's not for health. It's not for, it's only because I want to look a certain way. But if you are not like, I feel like the men, you want to look good regardless.
Men also have.
Focusing on your legs, like that's not a huge, for me, like
it's not a huge draw for, or at least it has not been in recent years.
Things are changing.
That focusing on your legs was a thing. To be honest, if men were like weightlifting and lifting with legs and like doing the things, a lot of us would have way less knee problems. I know for a fact if I would have been taught when I was hooping, hey, in order to take care of your knees, you need to like build up the muscles around your knees, and these are the things that you need to do for real, and like not just strength training, which you should do, but also like here's some mobility stuff that you should do as well that will help prevent all.
I remember Malcolm telling me once that he's like, yeah, when I get a bit older, my body's gonna be fucked. Yeah. From all that I'm putting it through now. But yeah. But he was talking about how much he works out. Yeah.
There comes a point when
you just prolonging it? Like,
well, no. So like at a certain age, you're going to start to decline, but hopefully by that time you've gotten your body to the point where like now you don't have to do as much. You don't got to push a whole bunch of big weight around no more to like maintain. You're just like doing stuff for maintenance. And occasionally you have like a time where you go all out, but for the most part you're doing stuff for maintenance. Bro, I am so itching to get back to the gym. I have not been all week, and I was supposed to, and I was mad at myself because like Monday I was off. I could have gone. I didn't. It was a holiday. It's like, cool, we don't go.
You just got home from.
Yeah. Tuesday, I get home from work. Excuse me. I get home from work.
We had to record Tuesday.
Yeah, we had to record Tuesday, so I was like, I didn't go then. Yesterday, I was off. I didn't have anything to do during the day because that night I was going to Austin for a show. I could have gone and worked out, and I got ADHD paralysis because I woke up at like 10, and I was like, all right, cool. I didn't eat immediately, so I was like, I can't go to the gym on an empty stomach. This workout is going to be trash. And I don't do this type of workouts where I can do a fasted workout for real.
What? Okay, I'm waiting for you to explain ADHD paralysis.
So basically, it's where I have somewhere to go or I have something to do, and my brain doesn't want me to do anything because if I do anything, it's going to give me anxiety about trying to get to the thing that I'm supposed to do later. So I can't do anything. So like, for example, I had to be at someone's house at 4. For us to drive to Austin because we're all going there as a group. I live on the other side of the world now. I know it may take me around 2 hours to get over to where she is because she lives on the other side of Cyprus.
Shit.
So for where I am,
right.
Yeah, right. So like I'm like, okay, this is damn near a 2 hour drive. I need a plan to do this, and I'm gonna deal with Houston traffic. So this really could be like 2 hours. It's now like 11 and I'm like, I still haven't eaten. I finally eat at 11:30 and I was like, if I feel like I can make it to the gym and do it, and I just, by 12:30, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, no, because I'm going to be frustrated this entire time I'm on there, which I feel like is stupid because I could have just gone and done cardio. I could have just gone and done one thing that would have maybe been like, it's not perfect, but it's a thing that you did because so you went to the gym so that you could remain consistent. And I did not do that.
That's what I had to do yesterday. Yesterday, I like to go to the gym early. So it was probably like 8:00, which is late. Well, not late, but that's a little bit later than what I like to go. So it was probably like 8:00, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going. I'm not going to make it. And then I don't know what happened. I got up to go use the restroom or something, and I was on autopilot. You know how sometimes you just move on autopilot, and I just started putting on my workout clothes. Like I wasn't even thinking about it. I just started putting on my gym clothes. And then when I realized what I was doing, I was like, okay, I really don't feel like going, but I'll just go and I'll just do one like superset.
Yeah.
Prep. But then I got in there. I usually will superset. I'm not supposed to be doing supersets because of my particular goals, but when I'm in there and I don't want to be in there, it makes it move faster. So I usually will do the leg press and squats, like a sumo squat or regular squat or whatever. I'll superset those. So I did that, and then I was like, I'm kind of feeling it a little bit. So then I did what's the machine where you put your legs up and you got to push the bar down with your legs? It's the same one that you can push it up to.
It's like seated hamstring curl.
Yeah, so I did that, superset it with some RDLs. And then I was like, okay, that's more. I was only planning on doing the first one. I was only planning on doing 2 exercises. I ended up doing 4. I'm going home.
That's low key a full. Yeah, that's a full workout, bro. Like you didn't make. He's like, that's a superset. No, you did a full workout, dog.
Yeah.
I'm not with this. I'm probably gonna have to go to supersetting and supersetting with like way lighter weight just to like keep my body moving.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm getting to the point where like I'm gonna start cutting. It's gonna suck, bro. Yeah. It's really, really, really about to suck. Yeah. Don't superset. It's so much.
Well, I just take longer breaks. Like I usually, when I don't superset, I might take a 45-second to a minute break because I want to get this over with. I only superset because it makes it go by faster. I don't have to take a break in between each exercise, so it makes it go by faster. But I do take a longer break in between.
So for me, I get absolute bliss out of being in the gym. Like I can listen to music, I can listen to a podcast, I can pull out my iPad, I can watch some anime, probably nothing that I'm actually going to be paying attention to, but like something that I can run in the background. I get to focus on how my body like feels and the fact that I can move it and do things, because I'm realizing that you're only able-bodied until you're not, and there will come a point when I cannot do these things. And so I am enjoying the fact that I can and trying to be mindful of that sometimes when I'm in the gym, which is another reason why I'm pissed I didn't just go and do fucking cardio yesterday. But I've decided after we get done today, because we're all going out after we get done, I am going to the gym and I'm just going to do a full body day. I'm going to do 2 exercises from each of the workouts that I would have done, and I'm going to do some cardio and walk on the Stairmaster and make myself feel good and stretch really stretch, and maybe go sit in the sauna, and I'm gonna be okay with that.
Yeah, sounds like you're about to put your body through a lot. So
yeah, it needs it, and I'm still gonna go to the gym tomorrow.
Yeah,
and then Saturday I will swim and I will do cardio. That's the plan for the rest of the week.
Today is my Sunday.
Okay,
'cause I get my kids back tomorrow. So it's like Monday. That really do be throwing me off.
That's fair.
Because it's not Sunday. I really, like, I was not thinking about traffic or anything when we had to drive over here because I really thought it was the weekend. I went out last night, so I really thought it was the weekend.
It's having 2 days off in the middle of the week has been throwing me off. So for those of y'all that don't know, we recorded and then we double back and just recorded. So it's now Thursday.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's been happening, which is the other reason why we don't talk about like things that are going on, because we record weird.
Yeah. Our schedule is.
And by the time it comes out, it's old now.
Mm-hmm. That was my main thing about not wanting to do pop culture when we started this podcast was originally I said I didn't want to do pop culture because I wanted us to be able to, if you were on vacation or something, for us to be able to record every day, like for a week, just record, and then we always have content. So if something comes up, we can't get to it. We are not, like always about needing to record our next episode.
Yeah,
we had it for a minute, and then I had that surgery, and that's when we haven't built it back up.
But also, that's also because I've been moved out here, which I've realized has been a thing that has taught me discipline in a couple of different ways, but was a drain on me in a couple of others. And I'm so ready to be moved back in towards the city so that I can move around. Mm-hmm. But also realizing, hey, you're going to be back in the city, so don't move around for a little while. Just sit still and do like you were doing before and stay consistent in the gym and save the money that you were saving and focus and just do that for just a little while and you're going to be straight. And then we can move around how we want to move around. Mm-hmm. Which may entail me getting another job, but we're going to see.
An additional or different?
Additional.
Oh.
Because I may have the time now if I'm back in the city.
Did you have the time before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I probably could have, yeah. But we're going to see. We're going to see.
Okay. Do we have a docket? I know we literally just did this.
We do have a docket because we're going to cover some of the stuff that we didn't cover,
last week or.
Yeah. Well, last week for them, but
yes,
a couple of days ago for us. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb because I have noticed the last couple of times I be getting a lot of stuff while we're podding, and I don't be meaning to look at it, but the ADHD be like, no, check that. Yeah. But yeah, there's a few things. We had a listener letter. Someone wrote to me in my inbox. We can talk about that. I did have a question that I was going to ask though.
Okay.
Do you remember the first or the last moment that made you realize I really, really love you? Like with your partner?
That nigga got his haircut today. Looking good in the bitch. That's not what you meant?
No, it could be something as simple as that. So like the last time for me was actually that day that we recorded. A couple of days ago. You remember I was telling you about how like she the thing with the kitchen and the what's the name? So she had brought like Popeyes and they had not given her the right order. They gave her 2 mashed potatoes and 1 red beans and rice. Mm-hmm. So she was having a really, really shitty day. I knew she wasn't. I was like, baby, do you want my red beans and rice? And she was like, no, I don't want your red beans and rice. I want my red beans and rice. So I didn't say anything. Mm-hmm. I just switched our red beans and rice, put mine in the thing, and after I got finished eating my biscuit and my 2-piece.
You don't like the mashed potatoes?
Not really. It's not my thing.
I love their mashed potatoes. I get their mashed potatoes over the red beans and rice.
I don't really try them. I'm more of a red beans and rice.
I like the red beans and rice, but the mashed potatoes are really good too. You should try them.
Okay. I'll give them a chance next time. Mm-hmm. So I throw that mashed potatoes away because I didn't really want it. I wanted red beans and rice. I know how she feels. Like you got your mouth all watered up for some hash, and now you want to give me something else. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I switched them, didn't say anything, and just to see like the look on her face when she's like, oh, they did give me red beans and rice, and it was like because she had been having a really shitty day.
She needed a win.
She needed just that one.
She needed a win.
And I was like, I'm never going to tell you about this. But this is the thing that let me know I love you for real. Because I just need to give you just a little something. Just a little.
Yeah.
So that you won't like so now that you won't be on your 13th reason. Like maybe now you're on 11.
They were, you were telling us about that on the last episode, and they was pushing my girl to the edge. And as someone who frequents the edge.
Why they be playing with y'all?
You know how light I am? You could breathe wrong and I'm over the fucking edge.
Blow right off of it.
You could huff. You could scoff. There I go. Over the edge.
Yeah. You and a big bad wolf don't get along.
Not at all.
That nigga always huffing puffing.
So, yeah. What else we got?
So we had that. We did have a listener letter, but we're gonna get to that in a second. How good of friends do you want your friends to be with your man?
My female friends?
Yes.
I would like for them to be friends. And that's it. Not best friends, not associates, more than associates. Now, it's not a requirement. If y'all get along and, and it's cool. But I have a man who likes to plan shit behind my back. So I need y'all to have some type of good rapport because this nigga's going to be reaching out.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. Like, I don't need them to kick it or hang or... I don't even really need them to like each other for real, because y'all ain't got to be around each other. And I ask that you be cordial,
Yeah.
But I take that back. I don't even need them to be friends. I need y'all to have a mutual respect for each other. That's really it. Because I have enough friends that if I have one friend who don't like him and he don't like her, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not hard for me to still hang out with that friend and just leave him home. Yeah.
Sorry. So I'm also thinking about the question because you brought up some interesting things, and I'm wondering if there's a difference for me between the men and the women, and I don't think that there really is. Like as far as like little one and her like male friendships, I feel no need to be friends with them. There needs to be awareness of each other.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have a mutual respect, and I would prefer to not dislike you.
Right.
But I realize that this relationship is independent of my relationship with her and predates my relationship, and a lot of times, sometimes doesn't, but
but most of the time
this is a completely separate relationship, and so like y'all handle whatever y'all gotta handle, but like a lot of men that are friends and are used to being friends with women, they will try to ingratiate themselves with me, try to make me feel comfortable.
Right. And
sometimes they go overboard, and I'll be like, you ain't gotta. I'm actually cool. Like I'm actually not threatened by you.
Friends with her.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm actually not threatened by you.
Yeah.
This is not going to be one of those situations. Like I don't. I'm unbothered.
Yeah. Like I don't. It's not a requirement, but I did. There is a difference between the two for me though, because for my female friends, I don't expect for you to hang out with my man at all. I don't see any reason for my female friends and my man to be hanging out. But you are my friend. Well, that don't really count because you knew him before me. But Chuck, they hang out. They talk. It has nothing to do with me, and I like that because those are the two closest men in my life. So I like the fact, and both. I like the fact that they get along and that they like each other and they are like-minded niggas. And I know for a fact that no matter how strong their relationship ever got, they would kill each other behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the fact that they can get along and they both are always looking out for my best interest at all times. Yeah. So.
I don't know. Maybe me and little one got different tastes in male friends, and that's why. Because like I'm thinking about all of her, like, and they're cool dudes. I don't dislike any of them, to be perfectly honest. Like they're cool. We get along when I'm around. We don't really have the same things in common. Like we're not interested in the same things. So for me, I just be like, y'all are cool though.
Yeah,
I fuck with you.
I think it's
and if you do anything to make my girl, I'll rip your arms out your sockets. Yeah. So like let's.
I think the reason that it's only like I only have one friend like that is because I'm assuming probably like little one. I'm not friends with the type of niggas that I date.
Fair.
But I ain't never dated a nigga like Vet before, and Vet and Chuck are just alike. Like so that archetype has in my past been the type of friend that I had, but not the type of partner that I had. But now, so Chuck's always been there, and he's always the way Vet opens my doors and make like if Chuck comes over, he gonna take out the trash. It's just what it is. So that's always been my friend, but we've never looked at each other in a romantic way. But now I have a partner like that, and so it makes sense to me that they click and that they get along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear you. Sorry, remind me to tell you something later.
Okay,
because you were saying that, and I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, so I was thinking about that because there was some girl online that said she was like she don't even want her girlfriends to have her man's phone number.
That's so insecure.
I was just
you don't trust somebody.
I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I also had this thought, which is that. When you boil the majority of like the relationship content, like the red pill content, a lot of not the red pill content, but like the people that are like red pill adjacent and like women that be like, they keep getting called pick-me's and they be like, no. Men don't like you because like da-da-da-da. And then there's like dudes who be like more center and they be like, no, you don't understand. Women don't like you because da-da-da. It all like everybody's saying the same thing. I had another moment where I was just like, nobody's listening to each other. Y'all, even the people that are in the center are not really listening to each other.
Yeah. Everybody's just waiting for their turn to talk. I had an interaction with someone in my comments. So I posted this video where I was like showing outfits that I own. I think it was all dresses. So I was showing dresses that I own that I think are cute, but they're not for my body type. Because someone made a comment that petite girls can wear whatever they want. Absolutely not. I don't have no hips. There are things that are designed for people with hips. And so I'll buy that stuff. Sometimes I think it come with the hips. Sometimes I think waist snatched enough that it'll get, and it just don't work. So I made this video. There were 6 outfits in the video. One thing that I've noticed that men do, well, not all men, but every single, men leave comments that are not like this, but every single time there is a comment like this, it's from a man. Where if there's a video with multiple outfits, they list 1, these are my notes. 2, this is not necessarily, not even if it's a bad thing. 1, oh my gosh, I love that dress, you look amazing. 2, I agree, this one needs some hips, blah, blah, blah. 3, like they put the number and list it out, and I don't know why that shit aggravates the hell out of me. It's not, you didn't do anything wrong. That's one of those irrational things that like it's technically nothing wrong. But why are you listing it like that? So it's happened multiple times. Someone did it, a dude did it just yesterday. And I said, you haven't done anything wrong, but why do y'all do that? And he immediately got defensive. And I tried to make sure that I was saying, I'm not upset. I'm not angry. That does annoy me, but I don't really understand why myself.
I'm trying to get an understanding of why y'all do this.
And I brought this up because he was not listening to me at all. Because he kept saying, "Oh, well, first I said, why do men do this? It does, like, I've noticed that it's never a woman." And he said, "I can't speak for straight men." I said, "I never said straight. Straight men, the only time straight men comment on my stuff is to tell me I'm funny or to tell me I'm fine. That's it." Or to berate me, of course.
So you said it's only the gay men?
I wasn't making a difference. It's men. Yes, every time it's happened, it has been a gay man. But I was not saying, like, I was just saying men. Because I've never seen a woman do it. Gay, straight, I've never seen a woman of any sexual orientation that I can recognize. I've never seen a woman do it, period. So I associated it more so with men. Now, it does happen to be gay men, and it might be a gay man thing, but I don't think so. I think it's a way that men's brains work to where even it's just a logical, it's just here's 1, boom, here's 2, boom. It shouldn't, I don't think it should upset me. Okay.
I have a possible theory.
Okay.
This may turn out bad, but we're gonna go where my mind went, and we're gonna see if we end up okay, right? I have been a person that has like typed out the like 1, did it, and like given like and wanted to give like a list, and then like I immediately delete the paragraph. And the reason I do that, especially like when it's women's posts, is because I don't want to appear thirsty. Especially if I find you attractive, right? I don't want to appear thirsty. And maybe the gay men don't care about the looking of the thirsty. They just like, I get to say what I want to say because.
Maybe not a man or a gay man.
I have no idea. That's my only thought.
But you saying that did just make it click to me why I don't like it. Because of what I thought you were going to say. So you said you don't want to appear thirsty. I thought you were going to say you don't want to appear like you're mansplaining, because that's the way it makes me feel when a man does that shit. Like, it's like you're talking to me as though you know more. When you list it out, it's like, oh, you did good here. It feels like a teacher, or like,
it feels like you're trying to critique.
Oh, here you could have done this better, or this would have went better. I think
I have also seen not in that format, but I have also seen men do that in other people's like posts in a way where they're like trying to give praise, but they're also trying to give a critique.
Right.
And I think we think it's helpful, even if it's not asked for, because we get critiqued all the time.
Right.
Whether or not in our brains, sometimes I think whether or not we think it was asked for, is it helpful? Will it improve the thing? And so some men will just give you what they thought anyway.
But here's my thing though. I don't mind that they do that, but why are you listing it 1 through 5? That's the shit that pisses me. Because when I'm talking to him, first, at some point he was like, was it not good advice? That's not the point.
Your issue is the format.
Right. My issue is the formatting. And it's not even necessarily an issue. It started off as annoyed, but the more I talked about it, it turned into I'm really intrigued by this now, because everybody had notes. I have 6 different outfits on. You are going to love some more than other. You are going to want to comment on some. So people, all the women manage to talk about each outfit that they want to talk about without saying one, outfit 2, outfit 3. They are able to do that without, like, it's become peculiar to me. Like, why is it only men who feel that, who can't tell me which outfit they're talking about without saying number 1, number 2?
Other explanation also could be neurodivergent.
But who isn't? I mean,
these days.
But the amount of times that it has happened for it to only be men is what, like, I feel like if it was just a spicy brain thing, there would have been some sprinkles of other people doing it too.
Well, the way that neurodivergency presents in men
is
the way
different.
it presents in women sometimes is not the same, which is the thing that we've learned over time. You see how, like, in this whole thing, I've had 4 different theories, all of them very loosely held, and I'm so willing to change my mind because I don't know, and we're just talking.
And this is not a topic that can be proven because neither one of us is a gay man or neither one of us leaves those type of comments. You said you have typed. I too have typed things up and said they didn't ask for that. And
when we started to broaden it and look at it, I was like, not only gay men do this, I've seen other men do this. Yeah. And then we talked about the fact that it's not this, it's the form.
Yeah.
People not podding like this.
And you know, one of the reasons I think this works between us is because we really do. This is how we talk to each other.
Yes.
But we're not problematic people. We're not, for the most, like, I have been trying to watch how much I curse and stuff like that. Like, I still curse, but I'm cognizant of it. But we aren't having to we aren't having to change the way that we talk to each other.
I'm not having to overly censor myself.
Because we don't talk to each other like that. Like, we don't use slurs loosely or like we don't just use slurs in our regular conversation, so we have to make sure that we're not saying them on camera. No, this is genuinely, like, this could have been a phone call.
But in all honesty, those are the types of podcasts I listen to. Mm-hmm. When it feels like 2 people that are just having a conversation or a group of people that I would hang out with having a conversation.
Yeah, there was a podcast that I used to listen to. It's Horrible Decisions. But when I started listening to Horrible Decisions, they very clearly did not like each other. Not only very clearly, they said it. We do not hang out outside of this.
That conflict was interesting.
Here's the thing. When it started to get better and they still weren't friends, but when they started, like, mediating and it wasn't all the back and forth, I stopped listening. And I am not a drama person. Mm-hmm. But it was like, this is the dynamic that I have grown to like between the two of you, even though it's not typically
this
how
antagonistic.
Yeah.
I like it. So I go back and occasionally listen out, and now they're more so like friends and they get along better, which I like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I was like, this is the thing. Y'all either gotta hate each other or, like, y'all gotta, like, completely get along. Because this in between shit is weird for me, and I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. And I would always find myself picking sides. I was usually on the same person's side most times, but
I bet we were on different people's sides.
I don't think so. I was usually on Weezy's side.
Me too.
Yeah, but there were times where I was on Mandy's side because
Weezy would be tripping.
Not only would Weezy cut Mandy off all the time. They did it to each other, but it was I feel like, from my recollection, Weezy called Mandy out about it. Mm-hmm. But this is something that you do just as much as her.
Side note, speaking of podcasts we used to listen to but don't anymore, I almost started listening to the Joe Budden podcast again.
I never listened to it. So.
I did at one point, and then, like, a couple of different things happened all in a row, and I was just like, I can't do it no more. And I still can't go back because of those reasons. But I saw a clip of him talking, and it reminded me of, like, why I used to listen and why I think, like, if he could just get it together, it would be so great. They were talking about, like, $1 million being life-changing money. And, like, everybody on the pod is like, $1 million is not life-changing money in today's society. Da, 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 da. And he was like, Joe sat there at the end and said, the majority of Americans can't afford a $500 expense, an extra expense.
Right, emergency.
What the fuck are you talking about? $1 million is not life-changing money. I said,
he's never been more right. I've never heard him be more right. And as somebody who loves to daydream about the lottery, one of my favorite pastimes is, like, so if you won $3 million right now, what'd you do? Like, I like talking because you learn a lot about people and where their priorities are and all of that stuff. But there is a difference between life-changing money and lifestyle-changing money. If you never wanted to work again, $1 million is absolutely, it is life-changing money. If you never want to work again, $1 million is not lifestyle-changing money. You cannot, I could take $1 million right now and continue to live the way that I live right now and probably never have to work again.
Yeah.
With the way that I spend currently, the money that I already have put up, so the investments and stuff that if I just took that $1 million, I could never work again. I could not all of a sudden decide, well, you know what? I'm done with Shein. YSL and Chanel me down. Yeah. I'm taking trips every when I drop my kids off, I'm gonna be out the country for the week. I couldn't do that with $1 million.
No.
So there is a difference between life-changing money and lifestyle-changing money.
And you can, and this is the other thing, you can upgrade. If you want $1 million, you could upgrade your lifestyle responsibly. It means instead of going to get the Bentley, you go for a Lexus. How about we upgrade slowly?
Yeah.
So yeah, people got to be smarter.
Yeah. And
also, I say that while also realizing this economy is completely garbage. It's and we're starting to acknowledge how bad it is, but yeah. And again, we don't want to talk about politics. We're trying not to.
I absolutely do not.
That and religion, we both try to stay away from. Because there's nothing good over there. Don't go over there.
This is not about politics, but I just thought that this was so funny. There was this video of some man making a deep fried watermelon with a Kool-Aid sauce or some shit that. And it was a stitch. I only saw that first part. He was like, let's make this deep fried watermelon with a Kool-Aid sauce. And then the stitch is like, how about we don't? And he said, black ass nigga, that shit. And then he said, did Kamala put you up to this? Hasn't she done enough to get the black vote? Did Kamala put you up to this? Is hilarious to me. And when he said this black ass nigga, because really, why are you so black? The same way I got on here and I said repeatedly that there was no reason for Macaulay Culkin to prove to us that he was a white man by changing his middle name to his first name and his last name. You do not have to prove to us how negroid you are by deep frying watermelon and dipping it in a Kool-Aid. A Kool-Aid
sauce is correct.
A Kool-Aid sauce?
Sorry. When you emphasize the sauce, it really
it did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, because I said, wait a minute, how did you make this sauce?
You thickened Kool-Aid? Did you make
it a syrup? What is it a gravy?
Because what the fuck, what part of the meal is deep fried watermelon? Is it a dessert?
What was the breading made out of? What do we?
Don't know. I only saw the stitch. I never saw the original, so it was the first few seconds of it. But yeah, you don't have to prove to us. We can look at you and tell where your ancestors came from. You don't have to prove it to us. You don't have to show how far back your lineage goes. We can tell by the width of your nose. We can tell that you are Negro. You don't have to prove it. Deep fried watermelon with Kool-Aid gravy.
You Negroes do whatever. Y'all just.
I have been out Negro. And I'm not even fighting back.
I will never.
I'm not fighting back. If that's the bar.
I'm bougie.
I often say out loud, I'm too good for that. Out loud, and I don't care. I will tell you if I go somewhere and they have Little Caesars pizza on the table, I'm too good for Little Caesars.
I do not eat it.
I'm too good for it.
I'm low-key too good for Pizza Hut too. I won't do it.
Yeah, I don't eat pizza. Unfortunately, I really wish I did. I used to. I ate pizza.
Why don't you eat pizza?
I think I just ate it too much. When I was pregnant with my youngest, I wanted pizza all the damn time. And then by the time my youngest was old enough to start eating solid foods, we ate pizza. My kids still to this day love pizza, but my kids really like pizza. So we had it so much to the point, I'll order them pizza. It smells so good. It even look good. As soon as I take a bite, I want to throw it up. And it smells so good. I be wanting it so bad, and I just cannot eat it.
I'm so sorry, friend.
Yeah. But I'll tell people in a second. I'm too good for Little Caesars. I'm not doing that to myself. That shit tastes like the cardboard box that it came in.
Little Caesars is gross. You
might as well pick the whole box up like a hamburger and just bite into it, as far as I'm concerned.
That's a wild bite. Speaking of like things that don't taste good, we were in Austin, and they were, people try things with pizza.
Yeah.
It was like I was out, and I was with the team. Poetry show was dope, by the way. We'll talk about that a little later, but like there was a pizza there that she had. It was like Brussels sprouts and goat cheese and bacon, and I asked homegirl, and this is my very honest homegirl, Eb, and I'm like, yo, Eb, how does that taste? And she's like, healthy. I said, oh no. Absolutely
it's pizza.
not.
As soon as you started listing the things that
they had bacon in
this
there.
Pizza, I immediately turned into Philip Hudson in my head, and I said, "Get serious."
So this is the thing: bacon and goat cheese could be fire. I don't know. I don't remember ever having goat cheese.
I don't like goat cheese, but I also don't like cheese. I like cheese sauces, and that is it.
Okay.
Brie. Sorry.
Parmesan?
I hate it so bad. That's probably the worst one. Of all the cheeses that I've ever tried, that's probably one of the worst ones.
Worse than, you already said you hate blue cheese.
Is that cheese?
Yes. There's an actual cheese called blue cheese.
Is that what y'all be dipping y'all wings and shit in, though? I thought that was a drip.
So there's a sauce, blue cheese, but there's an actual cheese, blue cheese.
I don't know. Oh, the crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit's gross. But I think the blue cheese might be grosser, but I don't come across it nearly as often as I come across Parmesan, so I hate Parmesan more. And I could do you like...
That's because they put Parmesan with truffle everything.
Yeah. If I make Alfredo at home, I put the Parmesan in it. It's a part of it. But then if you want, just know, you're going to have to put some more. Like, if you like it, you're going to have to put some more in your bowl.
Because I'm not doing all that.
Because it's just enough.
I'm doing the bare minimum.
It's just enough to where it don't taste like Parmesan. I do not like the taste of Parmesan.
So do you like lasagna?
That's too much cheese. No.
Damn. Okay. Fair, friend.
Yeah. I'm lactose intolerant anyway, so.
Yeah, you don't need all that.
My doctor did tell me to try giving up dairy, because when I was breastfeeding, I was worried because my youngest spit up a lot, and she said that he could be having a reaction to like the things that I'm eating. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dairy, okay. And I'm like, I could probably do that. I don't think I do too much dairy, but then I realized, baby, I'm not giving up butter. Fuck that kid. I'm not giving up butter. Everybody just gonna get a poncho when they come in this bitch. And if you hold the baby, make sure you got your poncho on, because he's going to throw up on you. He just spit up. He was perfectly healthy, fat ass baby too. Perfectly healthy. He just spit up a lot. And I was like, if it's the dairy, it's just gonna have to be dairy. I'm like, I'm not giving up butter.
I feel like little one's gonna be the exact. This is like there's a certain thing I refuse.
I'm not giving up butter. What? I put it in everything. Where does butter
Make
not
sure
belong?
you be careful about that as we get older. Like,
it is what it is. I'm not worried about my cholesterol. I'm not worried about my blood pressure, because guess what? I'm happy.
You said I'd rather live a short, happy life than a long,
boring, miserable, no butter ass life. A life without butter is not a life I want to live.
I be thinking about that sometimes, like when I see how hard some people are working to like have like the least little bit of anything, and I be like, what about your quality of life though? Like, you're not considering this in the calculation of whether or not you wanted to work this hard. Like,
you're so determined and disciplined and giving up so many things that you love. For what?
Because
what about right now?
I mean, I get being able to put those off for like a certain period of time, but you seem to like endlessly like,
it's always something.
Yeah, like you don't never think, this is why you so angry. You don't even put yourself first in so long. you don't like any of this, and you think like the more you do things that you hate, like the better person you're gonna be.
You're not getting a prize for this.
Like you're martyring yourself, but only to yourself.
And then,
and the system, of course.
Whatever it is that you're working so hard to stay away from, can still happen. Like vegans can still get cancer. They do lower their odds, absolutely. But you can still get some life-changing illness. You can still get hit by a truck.
It don't matter.
This is not Scott Pilgrim, and being vegan does not give you superpowers. I would know. I tried. Well, that's a lie. I ain't never tried to be vegan because I can't get rid of butter or chicken. Like, you know how they got pescatarians? Mm-hmm. I could be a poultritarian.
It would just chicken?
Yeah. I could survive off just chicken. I wouldn't want to because I like steak, but
I love a good
steak. I had a steak last night.
I had one when we were in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
It was the food that I ate that made me calm down because I was like, I'm getting bloodthirsty. So y'all niggas.
I had a steak last night at this birthday dinner that I went to. The only person who ordered this, the smallest person. We were at a steakhouse. Most people got these like salmon steaks. Some people got this dip. Damn near everybody at the table had the salmon. I was the only. Somebody had some lobster tails. Somebody got a pasta. I was the only person at the table with a steak. The smallest person.
At a steakhouse?
At a steakhouse.
That's nuts to me.
We went to Bungalow downtown. It's like a steakhouse, like a nice steakhouse to where you want to
dress up.
Yeah. But when we got there, they was playing Needed Me by Rihanna. My Way by Usher came on. Some 3LW was playing at some point. I'm like, I'm a little confused about. It might be black owned because it is upscale. I don't know. It might be black owned because the waitress came over. Did you go back on a date? Huh?
Did you go back on a date?
No. Because I felt like the food was good, but it wasn't worth the price. Everything I spent about $150 something.
Mm.
And I don't feel like it was worth that much. My drink was not that good. The calamari, how you give me fried food and it come out cold? It wasn't hot. The ambiance was cool, was good. The food was not worth the money, so that is the reason I would not be going back.
They had a grass wall.
It wasn't a full grass wall, but there was one with some shrubbage and foliage on the wall underneath a neon sign. They love a neon sign.
Yeah. Okay.
Streets love a neon sign.
I will not be going there. All right. I know what this is. You can fuck off is what you could do.
And there were so many interracial couples in there.
It's the partial grass wall, not full.
Yeah, full grass wall, you get full nigga. Yeah, there was a lot of interracial couples in there. I noticed that.
Only people I see. There's so many places that interracial couples frequent. Sorry, that's just a random thought. I'm trying to think about where I see them most often, but we don't have to talk about that on camera.
There's a thing that I'm not saying all. But there's a thing that a lot of black men who date non-black women do.
Okay.
And I don't see it that often, but when it does, it has happened to me, and it's very jarring because they will be with their non-black.
Is the lack of edge up?
No, okay. They will be with their non-black partner and see a black woman and be staring at her like, yeah, or like, so. Like, I don't know, they just give this look like they're expecting me to feel away. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about you and that white girl. You like her, you could never be for me. I ain't got no beef with you. And you ain't said nothing. Like, my issue is never an interracial couple. My issue is, I like white girls because black girls, XYZ. Yeah, that's my issue. If you like non-black girls for whatever reason, because of them, you like their culture, you like the way they look, you like the way they act, whatever, that's cool. If somebody asks you about that, don't bring us up.
Yeah.
We just in Kroger. So I don't know what your views are or why you with her. That could be your... Because I don't know, I don't care.
It's their own thing. It has nothing to do with you.
But they do that sometimes where they stare at you like.
That would tell you that person is probably in that relationship for all of the wrong reasons, which is weird that you would want to advertise that.
I don't think they know that they're doing it. Everyone doesn't have the self-awareness.
Yeah, to me, that's just an indication that you're not in this relationship. Because, like, when I see dudes and they be with their little white girlfriends, like, they just be like,
yeah,
cooling. But
they also, I don't think they do it to men.
Different. Yeah, it's also different because I don't present the same way you, like, they don't, that's not the same stimuli.
Yeah, because I don't think that they are looking at you thinking that you are judging them for being with this white girl, whereas they look at black women and automatically assume that we're judging them for being with Susie.
No, I'm judging the white girl because I'm trying to figure out which archetype are you. Because there's only a couple. Mm-hmm. Like there's a couple of like dude archetypes, like for dudes that date white girls. And there's dudes who just date women, and then there's dudes who date white girls, and those are two. And they often you can tell the difference between those two.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always trying to figure out. I'm like, which archetype is she? This is probably not going to be a great archetype.
I've seen a couple of videos from black girls saying like, someone guessed that my boyfriend was white. How could you tell? Girl, it's always the hair. It's always the hair. It's going to be the hair every single time. As soon as y'all start dating white men, the hair just...
And it's a particular type when they start... Because there are also archetypes of women who date white men. Mm-hmm. Like, there are the ones who, like, she is going to be as black as shit as she is going to be, and she's going to upgrade that man. That's what the whole that's what that is.
The black wife effect.
And then there are the ones that are crunchy, and he's not changing. You're changing everything about you to be with that man. Cause you hate everything about yourself. The same like.
And then there's also the ones who just date men.
Yes, like you didn't care what it was. It's like it treated you nice and it was handsome.
I have a friend who
nope. So we have a listener letter. We're gonna go to that and then we're gonna get out of here. So you absolutely the fuck not. No. Hey, just popped up. You got me reading. That's how crazy
you chose to do that. You could have handed me that phone.
Do you want to read it?
I can.
Please.
Hey, you just popped up on my FYP. IDKY, but I'm glad about it. Anyway, I have a question. IDK if you have any insight, but it's worth a try. I'm pretty subby. Very strong on praise kink aspect of things, but my fiance is a white man. I'm assuming you're not a white person.
They are black.
Okay. I have almost never included this side of myself with him for obvious reasons. Preach. Do you do you think that it's even possible? I have no desire whatsoever to engage in race play. If he were to get a little too controlling, I think I would fight him. But damn, I crave the submission sometimes.
So, I'm going to answer this. I told this person that I would be talking about this on the pod because they DM'd me and I said, this is a good question that could be useful to everybody. Different relationships require different things. Mm-hmm. I said, I would analyze the reason why you don't feel as though you want to be submissive towards this person. Mm-hmm. Like, because if there's a reason as to why, like, you don't feel safe or what's the name, this could be an indication that this just isn't a thing that you want in this relationship. Mm-hmm. And that may be an indication that you want to leave the relationship, or depending on what your relationship orientation is, it could mean that you're allowed to find that outside of your relationship with this person. So, yeah, but no, have a conversation with them about what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you want. The whole, like, him being white, like, I understand. Like, I get it. There are certain, even for me, and I've talked about this with my friends, there are certain things that I don't want to do to black women.
Understood. Absolutely. I get that.
It just is.
And
what
it doesn't mean that it's not things that you don't want to do.
Yes. Yes.
Things that you don't want to do.
Yeah. No.
To somebody.
Yeah. We we don't have that relationship, and I don't wish us to have that be a part of our relationship, and that is sometimes okay.
Yeah.
But that also is I come from this perspective of I don't expect my partner to meet all my needs at all times.
Right. And also you have to, like, it's not things that you don't want to do. It's things that you want to do, but you don't want to do them with black women. So you have to determine how important those things are, because that determines who you get to be with or not. If it's something that's very important, like let's take the sexual side out of it or whatever, and let's just say, I don't know. I was going somewhere with that, but there was going to be an analogy. It didn't pan out in my head the way that I wanted it to. Yeah, but that wasn't going to be problematic. It just wasn't going to make any sense.
Oh, I mean, still, you see how you paused?
Yes, my brain is constantly moving ahead of my mouth. Mm-hmm. It's not happening at the same time.
I try to be like that.
Yeah, because I was saying it in my head before it came out of my mouth, and once I got to a certain point, I'm like, yeah, that's not about to sound. It's about to sound. I'm about to say exactly what I was going to say. That shit just not going to make no sense.
I'd have just been sitting like,
yeah. Okay. But yeah, you just have to choose how important is this thing. I don't want to do it to black women, but if it's something that's important to me that I might need to not be with a black woman for right now, because this is something that's important to me that I want to do. I just don't want to do it to them.
Or I find depending on what it is, maybe it's a thing that black women are into, but you ain't found the right one that's into that thing yet.
Well, see but that's a difference between you not wanting to do something to a black woman or feeling like black women don't want that done to them. Those are two different things.
True. And I've had both.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've definitely experienced both.
But as far as her, I think she should have a conversation with him, set the guidelines, and be honest. Like, if you are a black person, if you are a black person dating a white person, there is no reason that y'all should have never had a conversation about race. Y'all should not be acting like the shit don't exist, like it does not have a part in your relationship. Yes. Because it does. So if you've had those conversations about race at all before, you can have it in this sense now. Like, I want to introduce a side of you. I want to introduce you to a side of me, but I don't want to be uncomfortable.
And if you don't feel as though you, again, and if you're in a place where you don't feel like you can have that conversation,
then that's a whole nother conversation. It's a whole
nother set of issues. Yeah. Because why don't you feel as though you can have that conversation with your partner, who is the person that you are supposed to be able to trust and to lean on
yeah, because let me tell you, me personally, I could never call no white man daddy. You got you, because all I hear is that scene from Django, Big Daddy. The way she kept saying that, Big Daddy, Jody out there by the tree, whatever the fuck she said. I could never call no white man daddy. So submission, like, sir, boy, fuck you. Couldn't be me. Maybe, but I also don't date white men. So you might not have that problem because you are very willing to date a white man. You are doing it. I am not. But
there are also that's the thing where there are just like there are benefits and drawbacks to dating any person. Mm-hmm. There just happen to be one of his. Is this the thing you want to put up with or not?
Yeah. Or is this a thing that you are comfortable not doing if you. Yeah. You know, and even if y'all because it doesn't even have to be him violating or doing something wrong. It could just feel icky. He could be doing exactly what you asked him to do, playing the role exactly how you want it, not saying anything out of line, and it could just feel gross.
And that's also my point about you may want this thing but not want this from this person. Mm-hmm. And that is also a thing that is fine.
Yeah.
And there are various ways to solve that problem. But none of them are not talking to the person about it.
Right.
So yeah, but that's all I really got today. There was nothing really else on the docket. You got anything else?
I don't think so.
I just realized like we're about to like be done, and then we're about to go like with them, and we have just talked for a while, and they're gonna want us to talk. This is gonna be interesting.
Are you running out of words?
Soon.
Well, we're going to eat. So maybe the stuffing of the face will allow some breathing room for words to regenerate, and we're going to a all you can eat seafood place.
Possible.
So there's hope.
Hope good.
Me, the finer I look, the more I want to talk. So it's not really like I feel great today. I look good. So
I haven't been to the gym in a while. Self-esteem is not the best. I gotta go back. Like I said, I'm gonna kill myself later today. So we're gonna enjoy the food. But yeah.
Someone made a post and it was like, when they get their hair done, don't call them, email only. And I'll be like, not me. FaceTime me. My hair is done. Hey, vet could text me and be like, hey, you want something to eat? I'm going to FaceTime him. Well, yeah, I was thinking, I don't know, how do you feel about Nobu tonight? Talk to me. Call me. Don't let me have no bob. What?
You want the back and forth? You want okay, I feel you.
Get my Robert going. Somebody said, not that Bob is Barbertine. Yes, we love a Bob. Okay, are we done?
Yeah. So yeah, thank y'all for being here. We have been your favorite not safe for work co-workers. I am RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom, and this is
Raquel,
aka
Big Rocks.
Not the little one.
Never the little one, not even at the end of the show.
And we have been your favorite not safe for work co-workers. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps. We greatly appreciate it. Do you want to give them a quote? You ain't done that in a while.
You put me on the spot. A quote.
Something that they can say in the comments if they made it this far.
If you made it this far, just something simple. Just put Pop It for Pimp. R.I.P. Pimp C.
And if you made it this far, Pop It for Pimp C. And we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Peace.